Hi, in this lesson I'm going to be talking a little bit about the social determinants of health. The social determinants of health are the reason we developed the Sounds Good to Me program. We're a health organisation. We're particularly interested in building healthy communities and leading people to make choices that enable them to have better health. And the social determinants of health are key to this whole idea. So for those of you who aren't familiar, the social determinants of health are the conditions in which people are born, grow, live, work, and age. So it's the environment in which you live is actually more critical to your health outcomes than your genetics. And people often don't think this. They think, oh, my mother has diabetes, therefore I will too. And certainly things like genetics and your gender and all age, things you can't do anything about, certainly do have an impact on your health, but the social determinants are more influential. So whether you have a job, your level of education, whether you have stable housing, do you have access to fresh food and clean water, those sorts of things are more influential on your health than your genetics. And there's something we can do something about them. So it won't come as any surprise to you, but the lower you are on this socioeconomic status, the more likely you are to have poor health outcomes. So that's not really surprising, is it? And this is known as the social gradient. So some people are lower on the social gradient due to poor education, poverty, unstable employment, as I said, lack of access to healthy food and clean water. And some people are higher up on the social gradient and they have better income, better education, more access to things that enable them to have a healthy lifestyle. The best way we know to move people out of poverty is through education. And we know that the better educated you are, the more likely you are to be healthy, because you're more likely to be able to get a job that earns more money. And the wealthier you are, the higher up the social gradient you are, and the more likely you are to be healthy. So that's, in a nutshell, the social determinants of health and why we're interested in really getting children ready for school, because if they head off to school with the skills they need to access the curriculum, to learn how to read, they're more likely to stay engaged at school, finish school, maybe go on to further education and get stable employment, a better job, and go on to be healthy individuals. Education is good for your health, says Michael Marmot, Sir Michael Marmot, who writes extensively on the social determinants of health. So this is really what Sounds Good to Me is about. It's about getting these little ones ready for school, and early childhood is the perfect place to do it. So the things you do as educators with these children will determine the trajectory of their life to some extent. So it's really important. I hope you've got a really better understanding of how important this sort of work is in getting children ready for school and the impact it can have on their life forever. If you're interested in the social determinants, there's great information on the World Health Organization website that you can look at. And there are some of the references I used in preparing this lesson. I'd like you to watch this little video. It is aimed at health professionals and clinicians. However, I think it's a really good demonstration of what the social determinants are, and I would ask you to watch it up until 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and you could stop it there. At that point, the video goes on to talk specifically about health clinicians. So feel free to stop. It's not a very long video, but it is a great explanation about the social determinants. So just take a moment now to watch this. Thanks very much.